We are live.
Hey,
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Now it's working.
Hello.
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 Hello, everyone. Welcome to Criminals Descent Session 4, Path Chosen. I'm your humble DM and channel host for this evening, Zerft. How you doing? So, for those of you who are new, this is a continuation of a campaign we did last year called Dragon Heist, where we had a bunch of criminals trying to uh, rise in power. Now they found themselves trapped in hell in a campaign of Descent and Avernus, and now they're trying to escape. So, do you guys want to introduce your characters? We'll start with Pete.
Hello, I'm Rick. I'm a death domain cleric that used to uh, worship Kellenvor, but now I worship who's my new god?
Merkel.
Merkel, whoever that is. Apparently he's some sort of death god, so he kind of works all right. He gave me these nice wings and um, ability to summon undead, so that's nice. Um, I kind of died a couple times last week, so I had to make a deal with him. Um, I'm a death domain cleric. I think I already said that. I think that's about it.
And returning back for us, but sadly Robert couldn't join us. But Toby's here with us today. Would you like to introduce your character?
Indeed, I will. I'm playing a Valzak Thunder Punch, Kalagalathi, barbarian of the totem kind, chosen bear to be as big and as strong as I can, though after touching the ichor in the river here, I now weigh 1,000 pounds.
So
And
you weigh like a bear, right?
yeah, I weigh as much as a bear, and I'm trying my hardest to turn that into muscle and just be as strong as I can be and protect the boss, obviously.
All right. And finally, the boss of this criminal group, their leader is Shades, played by Aaron. Would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah, so Shades is a black Shadowborn, or black Dragonborn Shadow Sorcerer. Uh, he was already a worshiper of Tiamat, but he seems to have recently and inadvertently, reluctantly, whatever the word is, made a deal with what's his name?
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. So he's he's not exactly sure what just went on. That was the I mean, he's still in shock. They basically just made it out with their lives from the gas station corner store from hell, and didn't even get his bag of cheesy puffs. But
Sorry, boss.
but things, life comes at you fast. One day you've earned your place among the nobles in Waterdeep, even if you did so in a slightly underhanded fashion. Member of the Lord's Alliance. Business booming. Next thing you know, you're stuck in the ass end of hell, trying to find a way out. And here we are. I mean, if it wasn't for my crew, we wouldn't even have mode of transportation. Um, but we've managed, and now we're on our way to some temple to find some sword. I don't know. we've just got to figure out what how to get back topside, because being a criminal is only good when only works when everybody else is operating in good faith. And here nobody's on good operating on good faith. Everybody's backstabbing you. You can't trust any deals that you make. Um, so we got to get back topside where we're the worst ones cutting deals and making arrangements, and we're the ones that people fear.
So, quick recap. After traveling the Hell's Highway and in your war machines in a big fight, you decide to have a bit of recreation where you learn from Lulu that there's a sword that can redeem the archdevil that rules the first layer of Hell of Avernus, the Sword of Zerial. But before you would travel, you decide to do some recreational time in this wandering emporium shop that you found, which is literally the corner store from Hell, where I know has no need on the recap, but I just love this moment where Rip bought a sandwich with 3 soul coins, spent 3 souls literally to get a giant sandwich.
It's a 50-foot long sandwich, which,
Yeah.
where else are you gonna find something like that? So I can
I
kind of see where it's coming from there.
I
Which,
kind of imagine that the corner store or whatever is a 911.
oh, oh, I
Oh.
just got that. That's too soon, dude.
Too soon.
That was like 20 years ago.
Anyways, uh, so this upset Shades, and he demanded that the talk to the boss of the store, the owner, and he was instantly teleported to find himself face to face with Asmodeus. Which Asmodeus was not too happy to hear Shade's complaints. So to weasel out of it, he made a part of a pact with Asmodeus that when he goes to returns to the world of living, he has to retrieve souls for Asmodeus. And as a sign of good faith, he left a little brand mark on his, I believe, his left hand of the symbol Asmodeus. While this is going on, he's continued to complain and found that this mark also works double in because it can cause extreme pain to him if it upsets Asmodeus in any way. And right as you said this was happening, Red decided to steal from the store, which resulted in him being roasted by Asmodeus. There, Red found himself face to face with his mysterious patron, who revealed himself to be Merkel, offered him a deal to bring him back and not revert to a soul coin if he would trade Calvor to serve him, which he agreed. And after all those shenanigans, 3 of you decide to go to Harmon's Hill
Hmm.
to where Lulu believed the Sword of Zero resided.
She didn't tell us to watch out for deceptive half elves, though.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, where you came across a high elf.
Or high elf, yeah.
Yeah, a handsome high elf that was impaled. And after freeing him and trying to help him out, he decided to insult him, in which he didn't take kindly that and revealed to be a vampire. Which, after he apologized, he left and went his own separate way.
Wasn't just a regular vampire either. He was a, what do they call it? Vampire lord or something?
Yeah, he was a vampire lord.
Yeah.
Which you finally made your way to Harmon's Hill, where you found, after opening the door, you found accidentally set off an encounter with a Hell Knight defeated the Hell Knight at the loss of Rit, which he was brought back and given even a greater boon of power from Merkel for exchange for greater service. So he made 2 deals with Merkel in one day. And you managed to defeat and acquire a new Reigns of a Nightmare.
Rit's basically a minor. No contract that he enters into should be held valid, man.
You really think Merkel's gonna care? Yeah. So that's where we left off. Vazek. After getting a spa treatment at the corner store, you managed to take one of the War Machines round, follow them to Harmon's Hill. After being prettied up after the spa treatment by a ton of succubuses.
We won't go into details, but it was a hell of an evening. Literally.
It was a hella good time, huh?
Yeah, and Vazek's just driving, going, I got some digits, but I can't read.
Pretty much. I just ask anyone for directions and basically follow tracks to keep behind the group.
So you eventually arrive at the group, right as the fighting was over, and they look at you and go, "Hi, boss," and they just kind of look at you with this kind of angry look, like as they're all bleeding, and Rit looks fine.
Am I fine now? I last I checked.
Well, you
there's no
just
one-
got brought back, so you should be fine.
So he's got
Am I-
he's got the equivalent of a long rest in then.
Probably.
Okay, so I'm the only one that's screwed.
Yeah, I'm assuming Vazek's had a long rest just being in the spa.
Yeah.
And then your Eric Krokruff and Krakir
Mhm.
looks at you. He's like, "Oh, is that the spa treatment? Sorry, boss, I gotta go and try this." Just decides to go back to the store and get some spa treatment.
As he flies off, I'm just going to shout, "Ask for Natasha."
You got it. Somewhere out there, I know Robert's just laughed. Yeah, so Lulu goes, I don't exactly remember where the sword is, but I don't think it's here. But you do have 2 paths before you.
Okay.
One is called the Path of Devils, and the other is the Path of Demons. And they are far from the same thing.
Is one path populated by those that it's named for?
For the most part.
Let's go with the devils. They're a little bit more lawful in nature, which means that when you cut a deal with them, that they're more than likely to hold to that deal. Demons, and I turn to Vazak, who is still grinning, and I'm like taken aback by it. Then I turn instead and face Rit. Demons, right, Rit, are a little more chaotic, and you probably can't trust them to hold to a deal.
Definitely can't trust demons.
What's that?
Definitely can't trust demons, boss. Can't stand it.
You do all my deals, boss. I trust you know the difference. Is difference a word? And Vazek starts looking very confused while he contemplates whether or not he said a correct word or not.
Oh, by the way, as you see Vazik. You notice he has a much longer beard on his face.
Oh. But it's nicely groomed, right?
Yeah, it's nicely groomed. It's all prettied up.
But it's probably down past like the pecs at this point.
Nice.
Usually it's just stubble, but now it's like big old dwarven beard down round the belly button in length.
And I'm like thinking to myself, damn, I should have partaken of that spa treatment when I had the chance.
I could use a spa treatment. Let's all go to spa. Let's skip this quest.
All right, Path of the Devils it is, Pinky.
Oh, I thought we were taking the path of the spa.
We'll circle back to the spa afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I
He
need
said
to
spa.
scrap it.
Feel a burning sensation on your hand, Shades.
Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, Pinky.
And you then you open up your hand and you find a small little parchment paper in there.
Okay,
Do you open it?
sure.
Crumple it up, throw it away.
And you find a coupon for 3-in-1 spa treatment.
Nice.
Just sign here.
Just on here.
Just sign here. Gosh, dog. Instantaneous spa treatment? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Are you gonna sign?
I can read this, boss. Give me a day or two.
Hey, Pinky, what's this mean? So I ask, what's her name? I always call her Pinky. What's her name?
Lulu.
I ask Lulu, what does this mean?
Oh, that's a contract to get your soul. Why would you want to sign such an awful thing?
I'm just so tired, Lulu.
So
You
you
have
keep
no.
giving your soul to different people, right?
I think this is the same person.
Oh.
I think you've got one person fixated on you, and I've got one person fixated on me. And of course, mine's the manager. Let me just pocket this for later. Hey, Pinky, sorry, Lulu. Wouldn't happen to have
Yes.
any aloe vera gel on you, would you? I think I scorched myself at that corner store. And I kind of show her the palm of my hand.
Her eyes just go wide and you go, "What did you do when I was not looking?"
Where were you when I needed you, Lulu?
I was parking the car.
For 10 minutes?
Like 8 different vehicles.
Okay, look, Lulu, never mind, okay? If you get some aloe vera, just let me know. All right, let's go, guys.
I think I got some in the pocket here. She starts rubbing it. And she kind of draws a like the aloe vera into a smiley face on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it burns up and it goes back to the symbol and just turns into a frown. Anyways, so you want to take the path of the devils?
Yeah.
Whatever the boss says.
So
Demons are all ragey and stuff. We don't need to be messing with that.
Wait, if they're ragey, they're going to provide more of a physical fight, right?
Well, devils will too, Vazak. Don't worry.
So you travel.
Rage is good. You just don't want them raging back.
So you travel in your vehicles for what seems for hours to days. You can't tell down here.
The equivalent of a long rest.
Yeah, I'd say you get a long rest, and you
Woohoo!
guys level up.
Oh, and we level up too.
Oh, hot
Oh
dang.
snap! That might have been.
They should have told us that.
Yeah, I know.
I know I was supposed to,
Yeah.
but it slipped my mind.
I'm gonna bring this back up to 20 since
Now we'll spend the whole session leveling up.
it'll be quick.
Roll for hit points. What the heck? Oh, healing?
I just gotta pick a spell. But I think I've
No,
already got
level
one.
up hit point gain.
Oh, I thought we were just taking average.
Oh, were we taking average?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll swap them.
Yeah. So you're just driving down the road, and you kind of run over some vehicles in your way. A war machine with a guy with a face mask on, with that shows like teeth and white hair, was run over. Two brothers in a black Impala were run over. But joking aside, you just kind of enjoying the ride there as you burn a soul coin or two into the machines, and they scream in pain as they burn into the fire, and they kind of echo into your minds. Echo. And then you find yourselves arriving at a strange kind of structure.
Strange structure. Like,
And before you, you see a light radiating, pulsing from tendrils that look like belong to some sort of giant beetle. And before you, you see a trapped unicorn that has blue hair mane, blue eyes, a golden horn, just going. Kind of sort of light cascading, trapped in the light of this strange device.
So
What do you want to do?
okay, so there's this unicorn you said,
Yeah,
and it's trapped in a beam of light.
yeah, from this strange thing.
Um. So let me go up to it and try to talk to it. Is it awake?
Yeah, it's awake and it just goes, "Oh, hello there."
are you Princess Sparkles?
No, my name is Mooncolor.
Moon color.
Moon what?
Mooncolor.
Moon,
So are you trapped here?
That I am. Are you here to free me?
Not necessarily.
Wow. I think I'd be used to this in an evil campaign.
I mean, it wasn't our intent to come here. We didn't specifically come here to free you.
You see Lulu's eyes light up. It's like, oh, can we free it?
Have you heard of moon color before, Lulu?
Yeah, you can't trust this. It might be a trick from demons.
We just got tricked by a freaking vampire, right? We helped the vampire lord out, and he wanted to kill
Oh
us.
yeah, the vampire killed me. That's it. The vampire killed me.
Yeah.
But we have to free it, says Lulu.
All right. Can I do like a, even though I don't have Arcana or Nature on it to sort of see what I can see? What do I have? I don't have any skills. My Arcana is -1. My Nature's -1. Rit, you know what we're looking at here?
No clue, boss. I think it's a horse with a horn. What? I've never seen a horse with a horn before.
Wait.
All right. Let me do an
Vazek
Arcana.
shouts as he spins around the group. Like, he's not got up his war machine, he's just donutting around them. He's just going to shout, isn't that one of them duocorn things? Old boss talked about them. They're magical.
What makes them magical, Vazek?
Not a clue.
Do they fart rainbows? Do you like eat their horn and then they takes you back topside?
No idea. I
At
just know
this,
they're special.
at this comment about farting rainbows. It's the unicorn goes is like that is I take offense to that. We don't fart rainbows. And I can't help if my uncle has a gas problem.
If we grind them up, do they make like a what's
Oh,
that glue called? That magical glue?
Gorilla Glue.
No, the one in the Dungeon Master's Guide. What is it called? The
Oh, oh, now you're testing my knowledge.
like some kind of
Isn't it
adhesive
something solvent? Or am I thinking of the unglue thing?
glue. Let's just I'm doing sovereign glue. Is that it? Sovereign glue.
Sovereign glue. That's the one.
Yeah, permanent adhesive bond. Yeah, so I say, if you grind them up, do they turn? Can you get sovereign glue out of them? What have you heard, Vazak?
Not a clue, boss. All I know is they're fancy.
Fancy.
Special. Important. I don't know words. They're special.
it's gotta be the most hard conversation all campaign.
So when I mentioned sovereign glue, what's the reaction to by the unicorn?
Its jaw just drops. It's like this is a nightmare. I'm truly am in hell. I'm truly in hell.
Did you already know that?
You have a last name, Moon Color?
Just the first.
Well, you kind of need a last name if you want to hang with us. I shall name you Moon Color Blua. And then I pause for dramatic effect.
You're a horse in the one of the war machines. She just stares at you and goes, "Really?"
All right. Well, okay. So here's the thing, Moon Doggy. You don't get something for nothing. All right. Teacher of mine once told me that, and it's something that I lived by. Except for that time that I had to get nothing when we freed that vampire lord. Am I right, Rit?
Yeah, that was a bad day.
Yeah, that was a bad deal. I have no
So
intention anymore making any more such deals. I always got to get something.
we gotta be careful who we release.
Yeah. So tell us, Moondoggy, what kind of assurances are we gonna have here that you're not gonna screw us over if we free you from this?
I take offense to that. I'm a unicorn. I'm not some elf. Archfey, I'm not going to screw you over.
Wait a minute. I didn't tell you it was an elf. I told you it was a vampire lord. How did you know? Did everybody know that that elf was a vampire lord? Shades just throws up his arms in frustration.
Well, everyone's been kind of laughing about it all over hell.
Damn it!
What do you expect? You're in hell.
This is why we gotta be careful. Let you out or
That's
not
right.
let you out.
That's right. So hey, look, eh, listen up, listen up. We not only need assurances, we need something in return. What can you do for us? And
I can
besides,
grant you a good creature a boon.
you can grant us a good creature.
A boon.
Oh.
Who's good around here?
Ian Lulu raises her hand, going, "Hi."
I think I'm good.
It's easy to say that, oh, only for a good creature when you know you're in hell. How many people in hell are legitimately good? Come on. Come on,
Really,
Moondoggy.
you'd be surprised by the answer.
Come on, Moondoggy. All right, well, look, let me ask you this. How did you end up in such a predicament?
I just saw a shiny light. And I was like, "Ooh!" And then I found out I was trapped.
Where were you when you saw this shiny light?
Well, I was in a forest, and I was tricked and dragged down here by a car. And you know this name. Or was it a car? No, Arcan. Arcan. You know this name.
What's the name?
Arcan. Arkhan.
Okay. How do I know
He
this
is,
name?
he is a sort of almost a rival Dragonborn to you. He is a chromatic Dragonborn, red,
Okay.
and he is a devout Oathbreaker Paladin to Tiamat. You, every chromatic Dragonborn has heard of him. If anything, he's probably more evil than you.
Harkin. So I sure hope that red dragonborn that we killed wasn't his cousin. Because that might mean that he's already aware of us too. I just gave the DM ideas, didn't
Vazek's gonna finally stop donuting around everyone on the bike because, like, doesn't seem to be a huge threat. So he's just gonna park it behind the boss and Rick.
I? And I'm like, oh, so Arkin did this to you. I've kind of
Well,
heard
I
he's kind
can
of a
try.
jerk.
Careful, he can hear you.
Well, he's right here.
No, but this is hell and news travels fast.
Right, so if we free you, then word's
Fair
gonna
enough.
get back to him that we freed you, right?
Yeah, I don't like this.
Or are you gonna just keep this hush hush?
I'll keep hush hush. I'll
Just
just
keep.
travel with you if that's all right.
What do you think, Vazak? You want a magical creature hanging out with us? And we already got Pinky here.
I'm
Hey,
still undecided on Pinky, but
Pinky,
this one I get a good
Pinky,
feeling about.
yeah, Pinky or Lulu just goes, I always wanted a friend.
What am I, chopped liver, Lulu?
Yes.
You're okay. And he pats you on
You're you're a you're an acquaintance.
the head. You've been friend zoned.
Acquaintance zoned, man. That's not even friend zoned.
Oh, ow, ow.
So, Moon, Dog, Horse thing, that tower's keeping you here?
Most part, but you can move me out of the way and free me.
Okay, now say that again. How are we supposed to free you, Moondoggy?
Just, just move me out of the way of the light.
Move you out of the way of the light.
Let's run them. Let's run them over with our trucks.
Oh, wow. And I
Well, to
thought I
be
was
honest,
mortified before.
I was tempted to just ghost ride my bike into the tower and see if that did anything.
All right. So this light. Let me do an Arcana check on this light. What am I looking at here? Hey Lulu, have you seen anything? Can I get an assist from Lulu? Like, do you know
I,
anything about this light? What is it?
I'll allow it because Lou's been here for a while.
What could possibly? What is it about this light that could possibly be trapping this unicorn here?
Uh, Basically, she states it's probably like a giant sort of demon bug zapper.
Mhm.
So it's like it kind of attracts and traps creatures and slowly drags them in to be take damage.
Hmm. Now, um, what's the range of this column of light that Moondoggy's trapped in?
It is it's 50 foot above ground, 10 foot diameter of magical force.
So, Lulu, do you think if I cast darkness on this, that might disrupt the light long enough for us to free the unicorn?
It's worth a shot.
All right, so let me burn.
Wait, before you do that,
Okay.
let me get in position to tackle the unicorn out of it.
It's called Wrangle. Wrangle. We're dealing with horses and unicorns. It's Wrangle. Vazak.
The, they're all tricky in the middle and dangerous at both ends.
This
I
is
don't
true.
particularly
This is
care
true.
what you call it. I
Call it.
just want to be lined up
I
to
whisper
get
to
it out of
Vazak.
there.
I whisper to Vazak. Call it your steed.
My Steve. All right, his name is Steve.
All right, I'm gonna throw out a darkness at um you know what? Just in case. Yeah. I'll just throw it out at level 2. Let's just see what happens.
it kind of.
Well, I tell you what. Let me do this. I'm sorry. Let me do this. I'm gonna do it at level 2, but actually I'm gonna do it with my sorcery points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to guide, walk in, and then guide. See if I can walk into the light, and then which is no longer existing, hopefully, and then guide the unicorn away from the column of light. Since I can see in the magical darkness as long as I cast sorcery points.
All right. So you cast the darkness, and the light just kind of shimmers around it, but it gives enough time for you and the unicorn to get out of it.
Okay.
And the unicorn walks free and is like, "Thank you. I shall grant a good creature a magical boon." And she taps her unicorn head horn on Lulu,
We just leveled up Lulu.
and Lulu begins to start to change.
Great. Here's the succubus.
Where's your mind going?
Pink, a floating pink succubus. She's changing.
Yeah, she's changing, and you start seeing hair growing out of Lulu's head. You start to see her feet become like hands and feet of a normal humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
See her ears begin to sprung up and protrude like elf ears. And her trunk shrinks back in her face and becomes a regular nose. And then you see a white gown just wrap around her that's silver and white that shines like moonlight. And you see a silver haired, kind of moon elf looking woman in front of you. And she goes, "Neat." I guess her eyes are still pink.
It's like, hello, Lulu. I think we all three say it once, right?
And she, three stooges, slap his the three of you. It's like, and she just turns around this pervert.
Vazik's just confused, just stood there with like mouth agape and finger up in the air, like he wants to ask a question, but has no idea how to phrase the question he wants to ask.
Oh no.
Boss,
Uh-huh.
how does an elephant turn into a person?
What did you say? What turns into a person? So Lulu, are you
Yeah,
a real person all this time? Or were you just a pink elf that's now taken the form of a pink elephant that's taken the form of a person, of
I
an
believe
elf?
it's the latter.
There's no ladder. Did you bring a ladder? I didn't bring a ladder.
yeah, I don't have a ladder.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm a pink elephant turned into this cute little nice form.
Hmm. Hmm.
And she just rides a unicorn into the war machine.
All right, Lulu. All right, Moon Doggy. Um, I'm not exactly sure what boon we got out of this. I mean, good for you and all. But okay. I don't know. What do you two think?
My head hurts. Magic is weird.
Just Lulu. Let me just ask you this: you still got mad drifting skills, right? With the War Machine. Please tell me you didn't lose that ability.
I can drive stick.
Nice. That is an upgrade. I still haven't figured that one out myself.
I thought Lulu was using her trunk to do the stick.
All right, then let's proceed.
No. I know I'm gonna regret this.
What's that?
But does anyone have any questions for the unicorn moon color?
Yes.
Go for it.
If you can make her into her and change her like that, could you make all of this strength muscle instead of fat?
I have an idea that just pops in my head, and I just realized, when am I going to have an opportunity to pull this little number off? Okay, so she taps her unicorn horn on you. And your fat begins to dissipate. Dissipate, dissipate, dissipate. And it becomes muscle, muscle, and muscle. There's biceps under your biceps. And then you find a button shirt that's flowing like there's wind there where there's no wind. Your hair, you start growing long golden locks. And it blows in the wind like when there's no wind.
So basically, he looks like a buff Thor
No, he's basically looks like Fabio.
with a beard, though.
Yeah, with a beard that flows.
Fabio
like
with a dwarven beard.
Yeah.
Oh, perfection. I'm just going to start flexing.
Oh, I got something to admit, guys. Rich got posse now.
We don't use that word. It's
You got a cat?
especially not in
Rich,
this company.
Rich
Apologies.
got three skeletons waiting hand on foot on him, doing his nails, and combing his hair.
Oh, he said posse. I turned to Vaz.
Posse.
I don't know what that word means.
And you see,
I
like,
thought he meant
when you
the
find
three
out,
hat.
when you find
You
out,
see
let me
three-
know because I thought it meant something totally different.
you see three skeletons behind him,
Mm-hmm.
following him wherever he goes.
Red behind you. I'm going to draw my sword and start running towards him.
Damn you! That took me like 5 minutes to summon those guys.
5 minutes of my life I went back.
but are they are they cobalt skeletons or are they skeletons?
Ooh, what do they look like?
I want to see. I want them
It
to
looks
be
like-
3 cobalt skeletons in a trench coat.
Oh, perfection.
One's a Goliath skeleton. The other one's
A dragonborn skeleton.
Dragonborn skeleton. And the third one's a cobalt skeleton.
Yeah, like these like kind of reaper-ish cloths on them.
Or no, the third one's an Arakoa skeleton.
There you go. Yeah.
Waiting on him hand and foot.
Waiting on him hand and foot. That's right.
Yes.
He lives out all his boss fantasies with his skeletons, right?
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. So that happens. Anyone else gonna mess with the unicorn?
Sure. I'm gonna go up to the unicorn, and I'm just gonna say, my palm hurts. Can you kiss it and make it better? I'm gonna hold my left palm in front of the unicorn.
And she looks at your hand, palm of your hand.
Hmm.
She goes, "Come here, my child."
Right. I'm like, I went right up to her. Mhm.
And she bops you in the head with a hoof. He's like, "Bad, bad."
Are you a dumbass or what? Starts smacking me. What the hell compelled you to make a deal with him?
Right?
I just kind of back off. All right, all right, all right. I already heard it from Lulu.
Red, do you want to do anything with moon color?
Besides running over the truck, can she become my trusty steed for the rest of my time in Avernus?
Didn't you wait? Which one of you got the nightmare?
Ooh, did someone get the nightmare? I guess we got the Sal, didn't we? Yeah.
Maybe that was Krakir, wasn't it?
It may have been Krakir, yeah.
Okay, Grakir rode away with the nightmare. I was gonna make a joke about the nightmare going to the unicorn, going, "I hear you're into bad boys."
So I think I'd prefer the nightmare over the unicorn. So I might trade Krakir for the unicorn.
Trade Grakir for the unicorn.
Well, trade Krakir's nightmare for the unicorn.
Well, it's already far away, so and plus you guys gotta get moving. And the unicorn says, "There's probably more down the path than the bug zapper. I mean, the demon zapper."
All the way back that way? Didn't we just come for that way?
Oh, it's within the.
We're listening.
No one's gonna ask for any boons from the unicorn or whatever.
Well,
Oh no, I've got swole. I'm happy.
yeah. So you already got your boon, right? So I'm gonna just ask I'll ask the unicorn. I was like, okay, so if you're not gonna do anything about my palm, can you do something for me?
She taps her horn on your head, and I'm trying not to laugh at this as much as possible. But you see a purple cap with a feather in it on your head,
Mm-hmm.
and a long cane comes out, a bunch of bling all over your fingers.
Mhm. Mhm.
and
You damn
Good
right.
daddy.
and a gold cap on one of your teeth and a silver cap on the other tooth or
Yep.
Oh, aren't you just going to replace all your teeth with diamonds?
fang.
Ooh, ooh, Mr.
So she's not going to offer my not going to take my offer, eh? My option, my request
What was your request? Right.
that she becomes my steed for the rest of the adventure, basically.
She goes, I'll think about it.
Oh, so no boon from her. Okay. Ooh, platform shoes. Now you're almost as tall as Vasak there, boss.
Say what now? What?
You're almost as tall as Vasak now with those shoes.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't need the pimp coat because I've already got like that robe of the archmage, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
But now I got
Well,
like
it's
the
just
platform shoes to go with it, and
now it's a pimped out robe
and
of the Archmage.
it's a pimped out staff of the Magi, right, or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Lots of bling on it. And written down the side of the staff of Magi, it says uh
The bling.
bling.
The
I was
the
thinking
boss.
something else. The
But I do have a
boss.
hat. I do have a wide brim hat.
Right.
I'd imagine there's like a strap around it that says the boss.
The boss.
So, anyways, do you travel deeper into the Demon Zapper, or
Say what now?
do you travel deeper within the Demon Zapper, or do you just go to the next area?
And we'll go into the
Dude,
demon zapper.
All right.
aren't we
So,
looking for the sword?
Yeah, I thought this was like, was this the like once we made it the entrance into the wherever we were going to find the sword? Like, I'm assuming this is on the way to the sword. Or are you saying that we should backtrack?
well, it's like it depends on how you want to go about it. It's all roads lead to the end. So,
Hey, let's go. Let's go to demon zapper.
Sure. Do you mind if we take a quick toilet break here?
sure.
Yeah, give me a hot second too.
I'll be right back.
5-minute break.
I'm in break, folks.
Yeah, I'm casting Animate Dead at 4th level.
Alright, I'm back.
You killed my skeleton. Don't worry, they come back every day.
I didn't kill them, I just charged at them the second you sort of pointed out that you're subordinates. I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh,
I was just confused by the presence of skeletons. Usually that means there's a fight on.
Mm-hmm.
I am back.
Welcome back.
All right. Okay, I just thought of something as a boon for Rit.
Another boon?
Well,
Oh, I thought you were talking
unicorn.
about another unicorn.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, do you wish for a steed?
well, yeah, that's why I asked. But I guess I have I guess I have a vehicle, so I don't really need a steed. I just figured while you're asking.
Well, if you insist, okay.
Like, really, I got a vehicle and I got three skeletons helping me drive that vehicle.
All right. So it gets a little thick within all the tendrils and stuff spawning up from the ground, the metallic rustic plates.
I don't think Aaron's back yet.
Oh,
Also, I may have one more question for the unicorn.
all right.
Because there's something I've realized I can't do with my plan for how we've gone with vehicle choices and such.
Is Aaron back in?
Aaron?
I guess that's a no.
Yeah.
I guess we could roleplay a bit.
Shall I ask my question now while we wait
Yeah.
for Aaron to get back? Mr. Mrs. Unicorn, Sir Mom,
Yes.
if I could ask another favor.
What is it?
I've taken to the vehicle I'm riding pretty well, I think. But I don't have the knowledge to wield my blade while riding. Could you impart some knowledge or wisdom upon me so
Okay, back.
I may do that?
Okay.
So we're going deeper.
She taps her horn on your head and goes, "You can now swing like a maniac while wielding your giant sword while driving."
Awesome. Also, welcome back, Aaron.
Cool.
So, the rustic area is like the way the tendrils round up. It's like a forest of these metallic tendrils. And So it's too tied up of a space to travel by vehicle. So you're gonna have to walk your way through it. And
Oh,
Does Lulu and Mooncolor come with us,
if you want, yeah, they
or
can come with you.
or do they watch the vehicles?
Do you want them to watch vehicles or come with you?
I don't know.
We don't want to lose these vehicles. They'll get stolen as soon as someone gets a chance.
Yeah, maybe they should just watch the vehicles.
Okay.
We
they
just drive the
will- they
vehicles
will.
in.
walk them in if we can't drive
Well,
them.
one of the vehicles has one of those wrecking balls, right? We can just tear a hole into the building.
She goes, I can grant you a lift, and she taps her horn on the three of you. Vazik, you get a majestic muscle-like horse that's like stacked. It's like, roar.
Awesome.
Shades. You get a like draconic-looking horse with scales,
Cool, cool.
and Rit, you get a miniature-sized donkey.
Donkey!
It's a dire donkey,
Ooh, tired.
dire miniature donkey.
Fur of black, eyes of red coals.
Right.
And pissed if you sit on him.
Well, I've got
No
the
one's
Arnold
allowed.
Schwarzenegger of horses.
We got to go. I can't do it.
Get to the stallion.
Get to the saddle. Anyways, yeah, you ride the horses in,
All right.
and as you're traveling through the thicket of the metal towers connecting to each other, you go in through what looks like a kind of a metal sea of trees.
Mhm.
As you travel deeper into the darker depths.
And I tell Rit, I lean over to Rit. I say,
Yes,
Rit,
boss.
Rit, think of something quick.
Hi-ho Silver. Is that what you want, boss?
I just kind of pause to see if any of the tendrils reach out and slap him in the face.
Oh, these aren't the tendrils are basically the metal like pieces of the demon zapper.
Okay.
So they're already up. So they're not coming to
They're not gonna reach over and slap him in the face.
right.
Okay.
Though that would be fun, but no. As you travel through the thicket, you feel a strange sense of surge of magic over you guys.
Unlimited power.
And feel like a spell was just cast on you guys. And you begin to see a figure move closer from the shadows of the thicket. Closer, closer, closer. What do you want to do?
How far away are we talking about here?
It's pretty close. It's like 50 to 30 feet away.
Okay.
It's a shadowy figure.
Yeah.
Run away, boss! Run away!
And is it seem like it's trying to hide as it gets closer, or is it being pretty brazen in its approach?
It's pretty brazen in its approach.
Like it meant to be seen.
Right.
I'm gonna stop my horse, dismount, draw my sword, and draw a line in the sort of ground,
And
and then
I'll go
just
ahead and
put my
dismount
foot
too.
on it.
I will dismount as well.
And Rick, what do you want to do?
I want to hide.
Roll for stealth.
All his skeletons form a pile of bones, and he just with him underneath it.
Yes, I don't need the pile of skeletons.
You abandoned the donkey. It's like, and donkey just looks at you. It's like, really?
Oh, he talks.
Sure, why not? I mean, Vazix talks. It has a Schwarzenegger voice. Get to the saddle.
Well, I buried the dire pony underneath the skeleton pile. We're both underneath the pile right now.
Okay. Roll for stealth for your little.
I have no clue how to do that. How do I do that?
It's going to be a d20 roll without any modifiers.
Someday over the rainbow, someday soon. Oh, what's going on here?
Did you click the d20 dice?
It says rolling the dice. It's just sitting there.
Ooh,
Oh.
there you go. 4.
It took long enough.
Yeah, so you're well hidden in the bones, and
He starts
it's just
baying.
it is just sticking straight out of the bones.
Going,
There's a joke to this I can say, but I'm not going to say it. But basically, yeah, this figure starts coming closer, closer, closer. And who is this who passes this way?
Shh, donkey. Be quiet.
the Dark Claw.
I haven't heard of you.
Really? I mean, we were gaining in renown in Waterdeep. We were expanding the Baldur's Gate. Seriously?
So, what brings, and you just hear the slam of a tip of a hammer slamming the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes, "What business do you have going this way?" Shades?
So is she more? Is she? It's a female.
Yeah.
Boss, tell her about the sword we're looking for.
Good idea, Rit.
Come from a pile of skeletons.
from the pile of bones. I mean, pile of bones. I mean,
Yeah, you just see this
I
little
mean,
kobold
I
pop his
mean,
head out, goes,
good
"Yeah,
idea.
tell me about the sword."
Yeah, good
And
idea,
then
Rit. I
pops
mean,
back down.
generic pile of bones that happens to be here with a donkey sticking out.
You killing me.
And I go, we're looking for a sword so that we can make our way out of here. And something, something, Azariel, something, something, back to her majestic self.
And she's ponders this for a second, and
And he wants to scrap, and I point my thumb at Vazak.
It's been a few days since I've had a fight, and Vazak's just got a crazy look on his face as he readies himself in a battle stance.
Not
she
necessarily
looks
with
at
you,
you
mind
and
you,
goes,
but just saying that he's looking for a scrap.
she looks at you and she goes, "Well, are you looking to put a stop to Zariel?"
Are we looking to what, Tazariel?
Put a stop to Zariel.
Well, when you
Put
say
a stop.
stop, what do you
Yes.
mean by stop? I mean, we want to put a stop to what Azrael is doing, but in theory, she may take her place and her previous role.
So, do you want to intervene? Is my question.
Well, yes, that's part and parcel of what restoring her back to her celestial state. Celestials can't rule Avernus, right? They have to be devils.
Well, perhaps I open an alternate choice. For I
Hmm.
have no love of Zariel, for she has trapped me.
What would you think of if a black dragonborn were to rule Avernus? Would you support that?
I would say don't push your luck.
All right. Just I had to ask.
But I would also say that I know someone who can help you, who also does not have love Zariel.
Hmm.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the archdevil known as Bel?
Hmm. Have I?
Roll me a religion check.
Hey, hey, random pile of bones who uh just happens to be here with donkey sticking out. Have you heard of Baal?
I think he's a subordinate of my boss, my other boss.
Wait, what other
No,
boss?
Bel is. You would know Bel is a archdevil that used to rule before Zero came along. Very nasty figure, very no one knows what he's really thinking kind of figure.
So, I'm sorry, with whom am I speaking with?
My name is Razala. She
Razala.
taps her hammer and she comes out, and you begin to see out of the shadows this figure with earthen features,
Hmm.
long hair, and roll me a question. Religion, nature, or arcana, your choice.
Let's see, minus one, or minus one?
Ouch.
0.
Double ouch.
You have no clue what this is.
Nice. So Rosala, it sounds like Bale's a pretty nasty person. Is Azariel a pretty nasty person?
Zerial is just as bad. The only really difference between the two of them is one's always been a devil, and the other's just became a devil from falling from grace.
So it's like, I see. So you just have it against the Nouveau Devils, right? You
Well,
you and your you and your gatekeepers, right? You can't
I do
stand for
have.
somebody else come along, make a name for themselves, but no. You're like, well, they weren't always devil. I was a devil before. I see how it is.
Well, she goes. I don't have no love of Zero because she trapped me here to watch over this place.
Well, what'd you do to piss her off?
I basically stated that she is uh, not a true devil, and now I am trapped here.
So you insulted her, and then that surprised you. Mhm.
Well, if you free me, I can help you with Bell, and Bell can help you free you from your hellish prison.
Let me ask you something else, Rosala. And I hold up the palm of my hand. Could Belle help me with this situation?
Possibly. A nasty situation.
Hmm. Yeah, it burns like a mother. All right. All right, Rosala. Let me confer with my other business associates, if you don't mind. And sort of back away. It's like,
I
Vazek,
I don't
let's
trust
talk to the pile of bones here.
I'll
I don't
back
trust your
up,
boss.
but I'm gonna keep my eyes on her, and I'm gonna be weapon ready the whole time, and like talking over my shoulder.
It's like, Rit, get out of that pile. Your donkey gave it away. Just stand
Boss,
up, man.
I don't trust her boss. I get out of skeletons. I don't trust her boss. Uh, Bale is a god of murder. Can't trust her at all.
That's Ball.
Oh, is this different boss?
Yeah, Bell is Bel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Ball is Bhaal.
I'm just confused, boss, why Hay is telling us what we should do. Everyone keeps talking about a Bale, and I'm a Hay Bale. Why is a Hay Bale in charge?
you know what?
The
If anything made sense down here, we'd probably have figured our way out by now, Vazek. I don't know. It's it's a it's a mad world. So
But
you
if
don't
you do,
trust, huh?
she goes, if you do not prefer to help a Bell, I can present a different option if you so wish. And she kind of bangs her tip of her hammer in the ground.
And then what happens?
She's just doing it for fun.
And so I'll say, well, hold on here, and walk back to her. You know, you know, being honest here, let's present all our options up front. What are these other options that you speak
There
of?
is, there may be someone who knows the answers you seek. An oracle named Red Ruth.
Red Ruth. So in lieu of supporting Bale, you could lead us to Red Ruth.
I can't leave this area, but Red Roof is in the Bone Brambles. Is that right? Yeah, Bone Brambles.
Okay.
Couldn't Myrtle just take control of the underworld?
I don't know.
Well, so are you guys gonna talk it over?
Yeah, we're gonna talk it over. So what does Rit think? What does Vazak think? Vazak, what does your gut tell you about this Razala?
My gut tells me I'm hungry. But her, I can trust her as far as I can throw her. Which is quite a distance.
Okay, but you know that usually that phrase means never mind.
I asked her if Myrtle can take over the underworld.
Is Merkel gonna free me from my prison?
I don't know, maybe.
A servant of Merkel might, right?
Remember Myrtle, right?
I need to be free. So your options are to seek out the night hag rumors of this help in the Bone Brambles or the aid of Bell.
And the aid of Myrtle cannot be used. Yeah?
Well, there is one other option if you so wish.
Do tell, Razala. Do tell.
It's only a rumor, but you can seek the help of Archon if you have the courage for it.
What can you tell us about Archon? Rit,
He's a,
have you heard of Archon?
you've heard of Archon.
Okay.
Archon?
Yeah, he's the Dragonborn I told you about earlier.
Oh, that dude. Oh, the jerk.
Oh, our car. Yeah, Rick drives that.
Yeah. No, we're not messing around with that dude. He's kind of a. He's intense. Let's just put it like that.
Of course, to be fair, you can't actually trust anyone that's down here, right?
This is true. But given that Shades has a priori knowledge of Archon,
Well, you know he's just a nasty person. You don't know if you can trust him or not.
I like the sound of this Archon.
okay, look, he's a follower of Tiamat. I'm a follower of Tiamat. So yeah, I can kind of see he's Dragonborn. I'm Dragonborn. Okay, right? But you
He's
don't want to
dick.
mess with this guy. Believe me, you don't want to mess with this guy.
Boss, all you're telling me is this is a challenge I should face.
Um. Okay, so Bell, Red Ruth, or Archon are our choices, right?
Right.
All right. Um. Character-wise, I'm going to lead towards Red Ruth Personally,
know
I'm
about,
indifferent.
what we know about Red Roof?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We're not going to learn anything from the Red Ruth.
No, we don't know
Only
anything about
that
it.
she speaks of an oracle in Red Roof.
Just that the Red Ruth can give us answers, right? This oracle
Right.
can give us answers.
Right.
For a cost, I'm sure.
So Shades, for whatever reason, seems against Archon,
Mhm.
but he's willing to allow himself to be influenced by Fazak and Rit.
Well,
I
let me
say
put
we
it
talk
this
this
way:
oracle.
you don't know what Red Roof is, right?
Right.
You know what Bell is. He's an archdevil, a very powerful thing that you can trust. You know, with Archon, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
I say we
Because
go to this Red Roof guy.
So Rit thinks Red Ruth. Vazak thinks Archon.
Archon.
And Shades is leaning towards Red Ruth. Shades, let me ask you this, DM. Does Shades feel like he might have any sway or influence over Archon, or is his prior knowledge
I
and or
would
encounters with him
say,
lead him to think that maybe not?
I would say that, like, to be honest, who can you really trust in Avernus? But with Archon, it's like I said, you know what you're getting into. The other two, you don't know what you're getting into.
Hmm.
Because you know that, especially Bell, you know Bell's trouble.
Right.
You don't know what to expect with Red Roof. You do. Uh, uh, so my point, that's kind of what all I'm gonna say in the matter is, like, you know what you're getting into with Archon. You don't know what you're getting into with Bell or Red Roof.
Okay. So would Shades think that he might be able to converse or influence or otherwise,
Ar-
deal
he
better
knows
with Archon?
Archon's a very powerful being, and he may not win a fight with him,
Hmm.
but he at least he can get his foot in the door
Yeah.
for like a meeting or something.
So
Like
Shades is gonna turn to Vazak. Says, "Okay, look, Vazak. Real, keeping a real low voice. Okay, look, Vazak. We're gonna go see Archon. But whatever you do, the first move should not be to try to get into a ruckus with him. Okay?
I'll do my best, boss.
Rit,
Yes, boss.
Oracle sounds good, but let's go to Archon's a Dragonborn. We've killed Dragonborns before, right? Red Dragonborns. In fact,
Yes, boss.
there's one particular Dragonborn, Red Dragonborn, that we killed twice.
I think I still
Yeah,
have his
there
coin.
is.
What's that?
I think we still have his coin, boss.
That's right.
We carry it around for luck.
Is that what you do? You carry it around for luck, Rit?
Yes.
Nice. Archon it
And,
is.
and I lick it. I lick the coin all the time.
it sticks to your tongue.
He licks it and he sticks it in his back pocket.
Yeah, he likes it. It sticks in his tongue and it starts burning.
I stick it in my back pocket. Yes.
All right,
do.
Rosala. We're going to take you up on this offer. Are you going to lead us to the Oracle at Red Ruth?
I can't take you, like I said, I am trapped here. I can point you direction of Archon's tower.
Okay. And then what do you need from us?
Try to muster a deal to break me free of this place.
So we need to plead our case to Azariel?
Plead your case to anyone who could be willing to help free her, like Archon.
Okay.
And what would we get for freeing her? Well,
Her gratitude, basically, but
this is hell. Gratitude doesn't get you anything.
basically,
But
she's not ratting you out to Zerial right way. So she's just trying to help you because, in turn, in hoping that you would help her.
Okay. So she presented us with options that would benefit her at the same time.
Pretty much.
So we don't have to actually do anything for Rosala.
Not if you don't want to.
Okay. All right, Rosala. We'll make sure that we let Archon know that you need rescuing from this place.
She goes, okay.
All right, where's Archon's tower?
Archon's tower is right over
right next
here.
to Zariel.
Archon's tower is right where we don't want to go. That's just great. All right. Let's gather up what we can. Anything here that we can loot?
Not that you're aware of.
Um, hey, Rosala. We might be running low on coin. You know any place we can load up on some soul coins? Between here and there?
Oh, you'll be passing through some nasty areas. So you may be able to get a soul coin.
Okay. It's not really about the soul coin. It's just that McBuff over here, Vazak, he's really itching for a scrap. And I kind of promised him I'd get him one.
Plus, boss, I'd like to get another sub.
We're not going to the corner store.
Oh, but that place was awesome, boss. Except for management. The management there sucks.
Yes, indeed.
Needs new management.
Yeah, I got burned real bad last time I was there.
And you feel the burning in your hand again, and it's like, shh.
All right. Let's make our ways back to our vehicles where Mooncolor and Lulu are.
Right.
Indeed.
And
Get ready, Dave.
and I scream out, what do we call it? The Dark Claw?
Yeah.
I scream out, Dark Claw, let's roll out.
Transform.
Yes, Bob.
Wow. Yes, I got that reference. So as you travel through the
Decepticons rolling.
it gets pretty uneventful through the war machines as you travel. And then you reach here. And then you're stopped by some Yugolovs.
Okay.
And you see a mysterious man, human man, coming out with a goatee and a balding head. Just comes in and goes, "So, who is it that comes to visit me on the way here?" The-
As he
Not
approaches,
us.
and I as he approaches, and I and and I see his, I'm able to make out what he looks like.
Right.
I lean over to Vazak and I was like, never trust a guy with facial hair and a bald head. And then I stop and I look at Vazak's head, do a double take, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you're right, boss. That look is really weird.
It's a good thing you've got golden locks, Vazak.
Yeah, I have.
Totally forgetting as I was leaning over that Vazak no longer had a bald head anymore.
Yeah. Circulator blasting. Here we go.
And now he looks like a cross between Wonder Woman. If Arnold Schwarzenegger was cast as Wonder Woman.
Pretty much. With a
With
massive
Gimli's
dwarf beard.
With a
Yeah.
nice beard. Yes.
Greatness isn't what you think.
So, these are, what did we call them? What did you say they were?
Yugolovs.
Yugolovs.
Basically, devils are on the lawful chain of evil. Demons are on a chaos chain of evil. Yugolovs are in the middle.
So the Yugoloth is asking who's coming, who we are.
The human man, by the Yugolovs goes, who comes to his domain, basically.
We're just passing by.
Just passing by. We're just trying to go. We are on a quest to go speak with and deliver a message and possibly aid to Archon.
He studies you and contemplates this for a moment. Then I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite color?
No, young kobold.
As he's formulating his question, Shades gets a little nervous and jumpy, anticipating Rosales.
I don't care who she sends. I just care about the balance. How do you feel about the balance? Do you feel that you should tip the scales, or do you think they should be left alone?
Balance. What
What are you
balance?
talking about?
The balance of good and evil, the chaos and law, the absolute balance.
Look,
There's only evil.
where I come from, it's not unheard of for somebody to put their thumb on that balance. It's just the way it is.
Where I come from, I would completely blow your mind. Where I come from, for I have long visited worlds and planes more than you know. For I have always been the preserver of balance.
One of those type of guys, boss.
Talk about self-important.
Sounds like some sort of hipster to me.
I laugh because I know who this is, but I don't think you guys do.
This is a humanoid speaking to us, right?
Yes.
You mean you're not from here?
No.
What brings you down to Avernus?
To make sure the balance is in check.
And so, what is it that throws off the balance that you have to be wary of typically?
Nothing at the moment, but I'm just visiting to make sure everything's okay. A quick checkup, if you will.
And how do you plan to get back to wherever it is you're from?
I can teleport it as much as I please.
Can you get us out of here?
Why would I get you out of here? I don't know you.
You care about balance, right?
Yes, but I'm aware
We
of who
we
you
could
are.
potentially, however inadvertent, screw up the balance which you find to be so important. Do you really want to
So,
risk that? Or would you rather just help us get back and I totally screwed that up?
says the person with the mark of Asmodeus on his hand.
Exactly, that's how I screw it up. It was like, all right, look. See, that's what I'm talking about. See? Totally did not intend to cut a deal with that dude.
It starts burning and you start hurting.
It's like, okay, what do you want from me? I just start screaming.
Do you even know who I am?
You're the dude standing between where we are and where we need to get to in order to eventually get out of here.
Then go. I'm not going to stop you. You just happen to stop by my place.
I thought we had to like check in, pay the toll road,
No.
sign a visitor's log.
Every time people ask us for tolls, wherever we go.
To be honest, I always miss border patrol and never get my documentation in line, but reading is hard.
It's like, all right, I tell you what. You really, really want us to know who you are.
Do you even know who I am?
It's what I'm getting at. I don't know who you are, but you apparently keep asking that question like you really want me to know who you are. So, how many soul coins is it going to take for you to stop asking if I know who you are and just tell me who you are?
I have no use for soul coins.
Okay, then tell me who you are.
My name is Morden Kamen.
Morden Kane. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Oh yeah, you
Let me
guys
do.
both
Let me
come
do.
up
Yeah,
of
yeah. Let me do an arcana or a history because I don't. It's not
yeah,
like I studied magic, right?
right.
Question: could I make like a disadvantage history to see if it was something that my old boss wrote about?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Shades, you've heard of him, and it's pretty much like, oh shit moment.
Hmm. It's like Morden Kanan. Oh shit! I thought, and I'm
I thought
like,
you died.
I thought you, I thought you were caught in the demiplane of dread. What's that called? Barovia? How the hell did you get out of there?
I can get out of places. Don't question my skill. I've traveled the demi-planes and multiverses and seen things you can't even believe. I can always travel. How do you think I got here?
Right, but the irony is, You kept asking me the question, do I know who you are?
You should know
But
who
the
I
whole
am.
time you were in Barovia, you had no idea who you were.
And how do you even know that?
Hey man, I have friends. I hear things. So do you need like some ginkgo biloba or something? You need me to hook you up?
He's like, I don't have time for this, and he just walks back into his like wizard's tower and just shuts the door.
Good job, boss.
Vazek, go ask him if he's got any scrolls that he'd be willing to part with.
All right, boss. I'm just gonna walk up to the door and just slam it with my fist.
Scrolls,
Sometimes.
potions, what have you.
Thunk, thunk,
Wand,
thunk.
wand of planeship, anything like that.
He goes, "Yes, what is it, big one?"
Boss wanted to know if you had any plain chips and some scrolls and. Do you say potions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, potions. Anything that could help.
He gives you a bag of chips.
I'm just
Plain
gonna
chips.
start eating them.
Are they cheesy
You
puffs?
know,
I
boss.
bet you they're cheesy puffs. And
You know,
Vazek's gonna eat
boss.
them all before he even gets back to me.
It's the most neutral flavor of potato chip you can think of. Plain.
You know, boss. I could potentially help you.
Oh yeah, Rit?
I I do have this spell that could come in handy.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. You got that freaking staff.
No, that's
He
one little
he leveled up.
spell.
Yeah, clerics just get banishment.
I could just banish someone back to the normal plane.
Question though, can you banish yourself?
No, here's what you
No,
do.
hopefully I could.
Here's what you do. Here's what I want to do. It's just so stupid. I want to go into the tower, get Mordenkainen to show us all his wares, and get him talking about his travels and all the cool magic items that he picked up in his different adventures, and just to have him lay them all out. And then while they're all out on the table and not on his person, that's when you hit him with the banishment writ.
Good thing,
Send
boss.
send him back to the prime material plane. Well, he's not using this anymore. We just collect it all.
You hear the door open. He goes, "I can hear you. You know, I see all, know all." Slams the door.
I walk back to the boss and hand him the bag of chips, which has like 2 left in the box.
Boss, next time you're thinking of secret plans, you might not want to shout them out loud.
Rit, take note. Vazak saved me a couple. And then I like totally enjoy those 2 potato chips that Vazak left me in that bag.
I still had some dust on my fingers. You could have licked my fingers, boss.
I think that's got to be a quote of the campaign so far.
So, yeah, do you want to stay here and still bother him, or?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What are these I still want to know how you're keeping the balance if you're just cooped up in this tower. And I know you can hear me. I know you've closed the door, you're inside, But you said you can hear me, so answer me that. How are you accomplishing anything by being cooped up in this tower? Meanwhile, the rest of us, who are not even wanting to be here, are cutting deals with Asmodeus and whatnot, affecting the balance in who knows how many ways.
Oh, I didn't know you were putting enough to affect the balance.
Now you're just being mean.
Burn.
Now you're just being that hurts worse than this thing on my hand. I mean that was just uncalled for.
Kick the door.
You kick the door and you take 30 force damage.
Ow!
Jeez.
You made that door out of metal.
Let's go. Yeah, sure, he's more than Caden, but he's no Big B. Or even Volo for that matter. Let's just roll.
Yeah, Volo is much better guy.
And I definitely say that loud enough for him to hear. And I'm like, Rit, heal Vazak. Let's just get out of here.
Heal. Okay, Vasak, come over here. I'll put my hands on you.
It always sounds weird, but it always works.
Just let him
will walk
just-
over and take a knee. That
You
hits.
He takes 16 more damage.
Rit, what are you
How
doing,
much
man?
more?
That's how I heal people, boss. I bring him to death sooner.
Did that knock you unconscious? 16 points of damage?
Oh yeah,
I
that's,
thought that was to hit.
that's just touch. The damage is
Oh, just click the inflict.
Oh,
22.
jeez.
Oh, wow.
So that's what, 54 points of damage you just took?
52.
You're lucky
feel
I'm a
better?
tank.
You feel better, Vasak?
No, I don't. And with that, I'm gonna headbutt him.
Oh, I guess I do have one cure spell on my hand.
He just
Basically the same as a headbutt for me.
yeah. It's a good thing you've got a belt on. That's probably most of your HP, right?
How about, less than half at this point? Just gonna get back on my bike, sulk, and just get ready to follow the boss.
So that's this tower on the right or on the left?
I think it's more over to the this one.
Let's see. What have I got as far as spells? I'm going to cast this before we leave. I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself. Make myself look as like Mordenkainen. I'm gonna go, look at me. I'm Mordenkainen. Balance. Good and the bad. The ugly and the pretty. I'm too good to help fellow prime material planers. Maybe someday I'll be as good as Volo or Bigby. But no. Instead, I gotta go from plane to plane, screwing stuff up and wrecking other adventures. La-di-da. be amazed by my my magic abilities are only pale in comparison to my self-grooming ability. Check out this smooth goatee.
Nice
I've
goatee,
heard
boss.
he can't even spell.
How do you even spell Mordenkainen? Do you know, Vazak?
Yeah, you spell it D-I-C.
Okay, that's enough. That's how I spell it too. Then then I'm just like shoot the finger and then get into the or I flip. I should say I flip. Um,
The bird.
Not just the bird. I flip my bird, my Falcon Maltese. I flip my Falcon Maltese in his general direction, and then we both climb into the infernal machine, and then we ride off.
Just takes his little claw foot and just flicks him off.
I'm gonna flick them off as well as I peel out, like spraying gravel at the side of this tower. Making sure to catch the front door.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you hear this, whatever.
Don't worry, Rit left a duty on his doorstep.
Nice.
So you travel across the bridge. You find your way to the Iker again.
Don't touch it, Vazak.
Oh no, I'm not touching that again.
I thought it was just water.
Now it's kind of a strange Iker.
It's sticky.
Hmm.
And you kind of see a
Sticks to your
boat with
souls.
a boat with a ferryman at it that's kind of skeletal and has a draconic appearance, with some devil horns on him. In a robe that's kind of like scattered, shattered, ragged. The long bowl is like, so going to cross.
Why do we need a
How many
cross?
infernal machines can you
Wait,
fit in the boat?
wait. Why do we need a cross by boat when there's a bridge?
No, you already passed this bridge.
Okay.
Bridge. You're having to cross this river.
Oh, that river. Wait a minute. I thought we were trying to get over here and then
No,
up this ramp.
you're trying to get over here.
Oh, that's the tower we want to get to. Son of a gun.
How many infernal machines can you fit on your boat?
Does it look like a cruise to you?
Yes. Boss, what's a cruise?
Not sure. Not exactly sure. So I turned to Lulu and Mooncolor. It's like, is there any other way to get across? To get our infernal machines across this river?
The river is full of an Iker from the Blood War, and he runs deep. I don't think he would be able to cross it without sinking into the Anchor itself. One,
Maybe we need an Infernal Warboat. Where do we buy an Infernal Warboat?
I haven't been in one yet.
Oh,
What about in flying infernal machines?
Closest thing. Well, the reason they don't do that is because of the main reason they
Infernal
don't do
Warboat.
that is because the Flying Fortress of Zerial
Mhm.
watches over the sky, so flying is not all.
What about a trebuchet? Is there a trebuchet that they could fling us across? Rit first.
Boss.
You're smaller, so you'll land softly.
We'll send my skeletons first.
I love how
The one
their
that looks
boss
like
is
you,
a
boss.
cheapskate.
Rit, can you create a skeletons? Can you have your skeletons create a bone bridge across this?
Ooh.
Preferably like a railroad, so we can drive our infernal machines across them.
I got 3 skeletons, boss.
How long is it going to
How,
take you to make more?
I got 3 skeletons, boss.
Damn it, Rit.
how wide is the river?
Sure.
There's Larry, Curly, and Mo there, boss. That's it. No Shemp yet.
I was going to say
I
that makes
argue-
us.
I would argue it's about 40 feet across.
Even on a
That's
good
it.
day, I don't think I could yeet you all the way.
Is that really the size of the map?
I don't
40
think
feet?
so. I think that's. I don't think it's 40 feet. I think that's a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, probably.
Either way, I can't throw you across.
Yeah.
And the war machines, maybe the bike, but the others, not a hope.
All right. So, all right. So, how many soul coins for the 3 of us to go across?
Just one.
Just one. Now we've got a winged fellow that's going to be catching up with us. Will that 1 soul coin count for him too?
One for all you.
Okay. So the question is, I turn back to everybody and I say, do Pinky and Moondoggy go with us, or do they stay with the war machines?
It's up to you guys.
I say they come with, we can always steal fresh ones on the other side.
All right. Do y'all have
I
any
mean,
valet
that's
park in here?
totally a valid plan.
Yeah, like party.
We'll just steal one when we get there.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody touching these. Do y'all have like a parking garage or something?
We got bike locks, chain locks, or something. Ooh,
How far back was Mordenkainen? Can we just park our cars at his place?
If you're being very rude to him, I don't think he's going to care.
Let's park him at Mordenkainen's place.
Let's park them on Mordenkainen's
No,
place.
no, where we park him literally right up to the front door,
So he can't even open the
so he
door.
can't even open the door.
I like this plan.
Okay, so you park your vehicles right in front of Marikane's door.
Yeah.
And you walk back across. See the ferryman
Hmm.
just sitting there in his torn up rags and just waiting for a soul coin to let him across.
And I make this huge production. Pull out my coin purse, lick my thumb, give my purse a shake, you know, just kind of, because it looks like, according to my character sheet, I've got at least 128 soul coins in that bag. So I'm like, I turn to everybody, I'm like, it's okay. This one's on me.
Thanks, boss.
Oh, boss, I got this one I've been holding on for a while now.
That's the
I'll
lucky
be
one.
licking it every
That's the
day.
lucky one, Rit. Don't lose that one. I pull out one soul coin. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do unicorn steeds count as a person, or do we count them separately? Okay, it doesn't matter.
I think it's one coin for all of them.
He takes one soul coin from the pile, and I said one soul coin per trip, not one soul coin per person.
Yes, I know, but I'm still making a big deal as if I'm trying to, like, having to pay for everybody.
Whatever.
And I'm like,
Fair.
5 plus a winged creature to come back by later. Please.
He's like, I lived a life with better jobs than this.
And that's why you ain't getting a tip.
Oh. Okay, so he ferries you across.
Yes, Chades is an asshole.
I love your robe, dude.
Why, thank
Where'd
you.
you get that? Dead Man's Robe Beyond? Where can I get a robe like that?
And
Now Shades is really mad at Rit. I turn to Vazak and I say, Rit never complimented me on my wizard's robes.
Your robes are very nice, boss.
Why, thank you, Vazak.
you, as you travel, you see devils flying that have more of a draconic shape to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you sail across this Ichor, so just to be clear, no one's touching it, right?
No.
Nope. I learned my lesson.
Nope. I offer the unicorn if she wants to touch it.
I kind of laugh because it sounds like Fozek's like, I learned something today, not to touch the Ichor.
It's probably the only lesson that's gonna stick.
He's just sat in the middle of the boat, trying not to rock it and staying as far away from the Ichor as possible.
Right.
White knuckling the boat ride.
Yep.
I imagine my skeletons, though, are sticking their hand in the
They're paddling, trying to make it go faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Larry, Curly, and Mo are sticking their hands in the Ichor.
I have to look that back.
Why not?
Yeah, we'll skip it for now. So you travel through the Ichor and you're brought to the other side, and on the other side, expecting you with a bunch of devils with draconic shapes to them. At the forefront, you see a turtle.
Oh snap!
Donatello.
With a mace with two skulls on either side, and black metal over his body. And he goes, "Ah, you must be Shades. We've been expecting you."
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
You may call me Kroll.
Crow. That's a pretty badass name, Crow.
Well, I do my best.
And I really like the way you're rocking that dual skill. What is it? A Warhammer or what? Mace?
It's mace, yeah.
Do those skulls talk?
Not really.
So yes.
Actually, technically, it's a mall, but
Okay. But yes, I am Shades of the Turtles of the Dark Claw, and we are the Dark Claw.
is this what remains of your organization?
Well, it's what made it down here.
Anyways, you are expected. I will take you to the tower.
No ice.
No ice?
It's like, see, we're already being respected. I turn to Vazak and Rit. This is
Yes,
how.
boss.
This is how. What I don't understand what Mordenkainen's deal is. Why couldn't he be just chill like this dude?
Yeah, that modern gaming guy's an asshole.
I'm sure he's just balancing the amount of sugar and milk to put in his tea.
Don't be ridiculous, Rit. Everybody knows
So-
you put lemon in tea, not milk.
As you pass by, you see a young black dragon, a young blue dragon, a young green dragon, and a red dragon wormling just flying overhead.
In Draconic, I scream out, "Represent!" as they go flying overhead.
They all raise an eyebrow to you if they had a.
If they had any.
And as you're brought up to the tower, which sticks up long out of the ground, spikes all over it, has a draconic kind of appearance to it. You see in the way a minotaur with two flaming scimitars. Just puts one scimitar in front of the door between you and the way in. He goes, "Kroll, who is this that comes to see Archon?"
Kroll.
These are the ones that she has spoke of.
Kroll. She? Who's she?
You will find out soon enough.
Kroll, how long have you been in the service of Archon?
I serve Archon because it is a mutual relationship. But you'll find, as you'll soon find out, that we all serve one greater than Archon. And he just sort of bows and just walks away backwards slowly. And he goes, "Before you get in, you must put your weapons down. And then you will follow me."
Stabs aren't weapons, right, boss?
That's true.
We use them for walking, right, boss?
Yes, we do. This is part of my outfit. It's a matching hat, matching shoes, matching staff.
I need it for weight balance.
You take me for a fool.
I don't think I could take you at all. He might be able to take you. But I don't think that's what we're here for. So he really is looking at us like he wants us to turn over our weapons.
Pretty much.
So do we just wait out here until Archon comes up for us?
So is Archon so
Or do we just go somewhere else?
well, I don't know. I mean, I heard this Archon's a badass, but he can't even stand for a couple of nobodies like us to walk in, unless we're unarmed. Must not be such tough as after all.
Let's just say we've had a few bad apples try to assassinate. I won't let that happen on my watch.
Well, you can happily watch as we talk.
So it looks like I've got a light crossbow and a couple of daggers, so I'll hand those over.
And
How many bones are in the body?
356.
I start handing over 356 bones to him. Times 3. Here's Larry's thigh bone, Larry's
Hip bone.
Larry's skull bone, Larry's finger bone.
No, that one's Moe's.
Oh, sorry, Mo's finger bone.
Vasak will very reluctantly hand over his great sword, and as the Minotaur takes it, he'll just say, "One chip in this, and we'll have to wrestle."
fair
And
enough.
then he'll hand over his javelins, and he's going to try and get away with still wearing his knuckles.
It's not a weapon.
And Rit,
And after handing in all the skeletons, he starts handing in his short sword, his sling. How do I hand in my hands?
he sort of just lets you in, gestures you in.
Oh, I also have this other weapon. Can I hand that in? How do you hand in spiritual weapons?
He just picks Red up by the scruff of his neck, looks him dead in the eye, and just throws him on the floor. Side.
I'm going to front up with him and just be like, "Don't you touch him like that."
Man, what a Mordenkainen. Go pick Rid up. Man, is that dude a Mordenkainen or what?
Oh yeah, boss.
Yeah.
He's so much more than kidding.
And you go up these stairs, they kind of tower around. You go up.
God, man.
You reach the top.
This guy obviously ain't all that, otherwise he would have installed elevator.
And at the top, you see on a throne with a sort of ghostly, eerie hand on his left. A axe is right.
What's on his right?
An axe.
An axe? Hello?
Yeah, nah.
Okay, you keep getting cut off. Sorry.
Yeah. Same problem.
Hmm.
You see a red dragonborn with two horns coming out of his top of his head, armor with spikes over it, a cape that's ripped at the end, and a tail that and muscles that are just thick.
Hmm.
And he looks at you with his ghostly hand holding up his head on his like sort of what could be presented as some sort of like throne.
Hmm.
Goes, well, isn't it shade?
What's going on, Archon? This is a nice setup
Last
you got here.
last time I saw you, I was voted sexiest evil dragonborn in all of Faerû.
Well, I was still up and coming then, so not a lot of people had heard of me and were aware of my ways, of my evil ways. I just consider it an oversight. But you're not in Faerun anymore, are you?
The only reason I don't kill you outright, right, is because she has demanded
She has demanded what?
an audience with you.
Oh. Now, who is she?
He
Cat
kind of
smuggler?
snickers. Well, you more around the lines. You hear it snort, and he goes, "Haven't you been curious how you found your way back from the Shadowfell?" And he kind of puts his ghostly hand on your chest and rubs a finger on it, and it kind of shows five kind of claw marks on your chest.
Well, I figured it was just, you know, my own survival skills. But I'm willing to admit I probably had a little bit of guidance from the Queen of Dragons, maybe.
You assume right.
Well, that's pretty good
Though
news.
though she's a little disheartened that you made a little deal with Asmodeus, but she
Well,
may overlook it.
well, I certainly hope she will because I'm not too fond of that deal either. And if you know of any way to help me break out of this deal, it'd be mightily appreciated. Oh, by the way, do you know a Rosala?
The Tao,
Yeah, she's kind of earthy looking. She asked if you could help her. She seems trapped, and
if
we had
she
no idea.
swears fealty to Tiamat,
Well, she seemed to be in quite the predicament, so I'm sure that she'd have no problem agreeing to your terms.
though before I take you to Tiamat, I want to have a test from each of you.
Okay, here's my test for you. What is given a right triangle, and if we say one side of the triangle is of length A, and the other side of the triangle is of length B, how would you find the length of the hypotenuse of that triangle?
Blue, boss. Blue.
Don't help him out. Well, it seems like you're failing your test, Archon. Okay, Rit, what test have you got for him?
What is your favorite color?
And he just waves his ghostly hand, and all your mouths just go silent. Whoosh. Shut. I don't have time for your game. You either prove your self-worth or you'll find yourselves remaining here for the rest of your life. Now I need from each of you a murder of an innocent. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
No.
He basically wants a murder of a good light creature or an innocent soul.
Okay.
And how you determine the good alignment? How are we to determine that? And where are you going to find good souls in hell?
Why don't you just look behind you?
And I turn around and I look and I was like, "Hey, excuse me, Lulu, excuse me, Moon Doggy. Y'all see anybody behind us?"
And Lulu begins crying tears.
I don't see anybody. You talking about the asshole that was guarding the door that took my weapons?
That's
I,
a
I, I
neutral
think
aligned creature.
Say
I
what?
think he's talking about Mordecai.
Yeah, we can kick Mordecai's ass if you want.
Oh, with pleasure.
He's like a total goody goody. He's going on
Maybe
and on
I'm
about.
not being blunt enough. Kill the unicorn, kill Lulu. Either way, it must be sacrificed to our dragon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need our weapons back then. Can you send Mr. Doorman back in here with our weapons so that we can take care of business?
And he pulls something out from the back of his cloak,
Mm-hmm.
and he hands you a sacrificial dagger.
Mm-hmm. Um. Okay, I'll walk back. This is it for the unicorn? Really? This is it? Need like a great sword or something, man, or like a big mace to bash his skull in. Crack
Do
that
it
horn.
indeed. Not only will you find your way out of here, but I'm sure the Drag Queen may be gracious to free the people of Elturil. You gonna leave them dying all in hell?
Hmm.
Ooh, these people. What's he talking about, boss?
Here, Vazak, hold this knife for me while I think about this.
All right, boss.
I'm gonna lean over to Lulu and Moondog. It's like, y'all got anything for this? Any way for Vazak to get his weapons back? Or is he just gonna have to make do with that dagger?
Lou begins crying. I, I don't see a way out of this.
All right, Lulu. There's a way out of this. Don't worry.
You don't understand. Don't you understand why his hand's so ghostly?
No.
He has the hand of Vecna.
What? 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 So you're telling me that Archon here, he doesn't just have some fetish that he's got rocking back there. That's actually Vecna's hand that's controlling him?
Hand of Vecna. He's controlling it. You don't understand. You're no match for him.
Right. But with Vecna, you control Vecna, Vecna controls you, potato, tomato. I at least know that much.
A moon color or her name.
Moon color, yeah.
Yeah, moon color says. Well, probably the help of his dragon goddess, he's probably maintained some control for a time.
All right. So, what do y'all think, guys?
Are you asking Lulu and Moon Color or your teammates Rit and?
I'm asking Rit and Vazak.
I've got a
Mm,
plan, but it's really dumb.
you know me, boss. I'm always good for making someone see. Oh, geez, I don't even have the same boss anymore. What do I
Merkel.
what do I do for Merkel? I'm used to giving people to kill him for, but does Merkel want people dead?
You
What
hear
does
a
Merkel
voice in
want?
back in your head going, "Damn straight."
I don't even know what Merkel wants. Damn straight what? No one gave me a guidebook to pleasing Merkel. Does anyone here have a guidebook to pleasing Merkel?
Anybody? I mean, come on. My buddy Rit here is
Anybody?
having a moment. Can somebody help him out?
Books give me headaches.
Yeah, we don't want you having a headache, Vazak. You're the one with the master plan here. We're going with it. Now, what's your plan? You've
Question:
never,
Can
you've never been,
Arcan hear this?
you've never been one, you've never been very smart with your plans before. But
Well,
that was before you had hair and
you
that
also
rock
have
and
to
beard.
remember you were led up by a minotaur, so you also have to him to deal with, not just Archon.
I'm saying if I keep my voice low enough, can I whisper to just the party?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm going to basically appease him, offer a handshake. When he takes my hand, I'm going to try and hold him in place while you guys hit him with everything you got. Once he's
I don't,
hurt, I'll then take him off the top of the tower. I reckon I can take that full.
I don't think that's a good idea, man. You're gonna get yourself killed.
But it's
Oh, I
either
see.
that or we all get killed. So
Taking their team, I see.
I can take that full. I'm sure of it. But I'm going to need a boost for it. I'm hurting.
Did we at least get a short rest in between when we?
Yeah, Eric, you got a short rest because it was a long trip there.
All right. So good plan, Vazak. If any of it goes wrong, our primary objective is to bust out the door we came in, get past the Minotaur, and just make a beeline back for Mordenkainen's. Back to the
You
river.
also, well,
All
you
right.
also have to keep in mind there's an army of dragons.
There's an army of dragons. Well, what?
between you and the river. Because you saw those 4 dragons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you also got devils, all sorts of things around me.
All right. So he said a soul, right?
A innocent soul,
Any innocent soul,
a pure soul, basically.
pure soul. So that's probably more. It could be either Lulu or Moon color, right?
Right.
So I'll go to Lulu. I was like, "What do you suggest, Lulu?" We'll go with whatever plan you think.
You should sacrifice me. Moonglade's color or is like, no, you should sacrifice me.
So they both are thinking they should be sacrificed.
Well, they're arguing which one should be a sacrifice because he says a soul.
Right, right. So Moon color thinks that it should be Moon color, and Lulu thinks it should be Lulu.
Yeah. Well, this is
Can,
heartbreaking.
can Moon Color drive?
I and then Archon like has like this innovation in his mind. He's like, I can think of one other soul I want.
And what's that, Archon?
And he looks at Vazek. If you're willing to do it,
Is Vazek not evil?
He's been swaying a bit away from the evil alignment. If you allow me a trial by combat, then sure.
if you can kill the soul, bring it here. I may spare these two. If not, one of them's gonna have to die. Do we have a deal?
Whose soul are we talking about?
You'll see.
Your word is your bond.
Hmm?
It is.
Then I'll step forward and offer a hand.
And in your teleported into sort of this temporal space, like you're someone in a material plane and you're not. Like you're in a building, but you can't go through the doors and stuff. There's like a wall of force there. So if you were to walk out, you would be popped right back into the building, sort of thing. And you see no one else but one other person in this building. And you just hear, Vazek, is that you? And it's your old boss.
Yeah, boss, it's me.
What brings you here?
A little business.
What kind of business?
Question. Have I got my sword back?
You find your sword right back in your hand.
The unfortunate kind, boss. My apologies. And I will rage and stab at him with the greatsword.
Goes right through him. He's like, Why? And you see a soul get sucked out and whirled into the blade, and then you're teleported straight back to Archon, and he takes ghostly hand and takes the soul off the blade. That'll do. I suppose I can take you to Tiamat now.
Rit,
Yes.
remind me to never get on Vazak's bad side.
Boss.
And that's where we'll end this session.
Boss. Psst, boss. Hey, boss.
Yeah.
Don't get on Vesek's bad side.
And we'll end the session right there.
All right. Stream is over. Oh, you got any announcements before we end the stream?
Not really, but I guess we'll see y'all next time. Whenever we see y'all next time.
That's right. All right.
I do have a little announcement.
Ah, yes.
I've managed to get a work placement, so we will have to stay towards this sort of finishing time going ahead, because I can't stay up much later because I've got to be awake in the morning to do work.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we going to start earlier, maybe?
If you guys can, that would be great. But
Yeah, we can
no
look into that.
pressure to.
We can look into that and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right.
We'll let you all know on the Twitters.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.